If you were to estimate how much this was worth, how much would you say?
£25.
£25. Do you want to know how much it actually is?
£50.
£50.
Hey! I should have said 50 first time.
But you would pay £50 for that?
Me, personally, no. But if I was someone who was really into it, then yes.
Would you say that screen is clear from the size of it?
Yeah.
What? Hey guys, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the PocketSprite, which is in this box. And I'm pretty excited to show you this. It is potentially the world's smallest handheld console ever made. It's probably one of the world's smallest consoles ever. So without any further ado, roll the intro. Okay, so this thing is bloody small. I've recently done a video on the Odroid Go, and as you can see, the box for this thing is like 3/4 of the size of the actual Odroid Go itself. We're going to keep this in mind when talking about this. As I mentioned, this is my favourite device that they've ever made, that anyone's ever made. It's absolutely fantastic. Like, I seriously love it. This is the tiny little box it comes in. This thing is £50. Or thereabouts, £50. Very nice high quality box. I believe this was a crowd-funded thing. I should mention that the person who lent this to me, John, also lent me this, so thank you very much, John. He's got a cool Facebook page called Retro Dx, and I'll link that in the description below, so go check that out as a thank you. Here it is. Let's have a look at that in a second. The box is a very nice high quality box. It comes with a lanyard. We're going to kind of keep this in mind. Comes with a flat micro USB cable and a couple of itsy bitsy tiny screen protectors, which is quite nice. So it comes with a little pamphlet here. We're going to take a look in this device in just a second. The pamphlet is quite important and actually indicates some pretty cool stuff. So in order to get the ROMs onto here, this is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. You simply connect to its inbuilt Wi-Fi, which you can get to by turning it on and pressing the button on the top and clicking close app, and then it gives you a address. So you connect to the name on the Wi-Fi itself, so it's that, and then you type in that address on your browser, and it opens up this right here, and this is the website, and this is all the ROMs onside this. So it's as simple as upload. You go into your files, you click on the file you want to upload, you click upload, and then it's on there. That is as simple as it is. There's no SD cards. Very impressive. This thing is absolutely tiny. I'm zoomed in right now, so it looks doable. But if I just get a Game Boy cartridge and put this next to it, it is half the size of a Game Boy cartridge. One of the massive problems and the massive criticisms of the Game Boy Micro is how slightly crampy everything is. You know, you're kind of pressing these pretty small buttons, and it's a nice form factor and it's a lovely design, but it's very small. A lot of people also say the same about the Game Boy Advance SP. You know, it's all a little bit crampy. That's why people like the Game Boy, the regular Game Boy Advance, so much, because it's so much bigger. So we're going down to this little thing here, which is the same size as the screen of the Game Boy Micro, and we're really not going to make any sort of advances in comfortable portability playing, because this is not what that is for. This is more of a proof of concept, little kind of gimmicky thing to chuck in your pocket and take to school or work or something and impress some people, because it's certainly going to do that. Let's have a look at some games then quickly. So you have a couple of different emulators there on the front. We're going to go on to see if we can find Tetris Dx. Hopefully we can. There it is. This is the quality of the screen. Let's see if I can actually just turn the brightness down. It might make things slightly easier for us to see. Okay, so you can definitely see that word says entry, and you might be able to see that it says 1 player and 2 player on that. You can nicely see the Tetris Dx logo and whatnot on there. I'm having to play this very awkwardly right now, because if I hold it, we go a little bit out of... Oh no, we don't. We're good. Let's just press start and see how it goes. 1 player. Okay. So, games like this, very possibly doable. They're not comfy. Please bear in mind that in order to play this, I am having to use my fingernails. It's pretty painfully small, and when you look at it to the naked eye, everything kind of blends in and merges together as one big blob. But it is doable. If you press this button on the top, this acts as your menu button. You can then scroll through the different options here. So you can close the emulator, you can reset the game, you can power it down or change the ROM, which is what we're going to do now. So let's try a slightly different game. Let's try Zelda Dx, because that is on the complete opposite spectrum of games. The last one we had a look at was a puzzle game, and now we're looking at a adventure game. I should also point out that the screen flickering is merely the refresh rate on my camera as opposed to actually happening in real life. Okay, so can you read that text? Never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No, my name's Mariel. You... Did that say you twat? Still feeling a little... Yep, that's all I can see. This is what I can see right now. It's very, very difficult, and if you look up to it really, really closely, all the pixels kind of blur together because this text is literally only a few pixels thick. You feeling a little something. So in terms of looking at actually what's going on the screen, you can kind of see it. I guess if you know the storyline to Zelda and you know somewhat how to play Zelda and where you have to go, then potentially it is a lot more viable than I'm making it out to be. Also, what's really, really cool is the pixels on the screen have been used for the power LED. I dig that. It's very impressive what they've done. The fact that they've got a tiny little screen in here playing GameBoy games is really, really impressive. Lastly, let's go back to the keyring points. If this thing is hanging around on a bag on a keyring, that is a slight indication that you're not really buying this thing for the actual quality of use, and it is really just a proof of concept kind of novelty item. For the same price as this, you can buy an AGS 101, which is an incredible console. Okay, you can't get ROMs and download them onto here, but you can actually buy like an easy flash or something like that and get the ROMs on there. You don't have to connect to it. You can't connect to it on your phone and download the ROMs that quickly and update them that quickly and all that, which is very, very clever. But you know, it really just isn't an incredibly viable way of playing games. In fact, if you take your thumb and you look at your nail, that is the screen. So imagine trying to see Zelda on that. It's just really not overly doable, but really, really cool nevertheless. Absolutely awesome. A lot of people wanted me to make the video on this, so I have done so. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.